So I'm standing in Plaza Mayor, and this is one of the largest plazas in all of Madrid. It's near the center of Madrid, and it's just gigantic, and a lot of people come here from all around the world to see it. So this is Plaza Mayor. Okay, up here behind me is one of these Space Invaders logos, and they got them all over Malaga, they got them in France, they got them in Madrid, they got them in a lot of these big cities, and these guys go around, they put these things up there, and you can try to find them, and they have like a website, and I know they're big on Instagram. Check them out maybe, and you can play the game and try to find the Space Invader logos that are hidden throughout the city. Jordan and I are here in Madrid. We're right across from the Royal Palace and this magnificent fountain behind us. What do you think about Madrid, Jordan?
Yeah, it's a lot of historical monuments, royal type of stuff, grand architecture. Beautiful. Big city.
It's a really big city, quite a bit different than Malaga, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot bigger, but it is a little more expensive, folks. No beach either.
What did you think compared to Madrid? It's like a little more modern too than places like Granada and Sevilla, I don't know?
Yeah, it's more of an inhabited, modernized, Western type of city.
Okay, I'm here at the Royal Palace in Madrid, and this is the official home of the kings. This is where they lived for many years, and now they only use it for ceremonies, for official ceremonies. But it's like Buckingham Palace or something like this. It's magnificent, it's fabulous. It's here in Madrid. It has 3,500 rooms inside this palace. Can you imagine that? And this is where all the kings used to live. But now, the king and queen, they used to live in a more modest house. It's not really fashionable now, this royal monarchy type of thing. There's some talk about doing away with that in Spain. So they only use it for official ceremonies, but that's just where it is now. And it is fabulous, and it's here in Madrid. Madrid, for sure, very historical. They like to pay tribute to all their kings and queens. I'm seeing this everywhere. I'm seeing a lot of monuments, a lot of palaces, a lot of things remembering all these kings and queens of Spain. And Spain, at one time, was not all just Spain. It was a lot of territories. It had these different parts of it. It was broken up. It was Aragon, and they even had parts of it that were going all the way to France, to Italy. So modern day Italy and southern part of France, it was actually part of Spain at one time. So the areas of Spain, the territories were vast. And can you imagine at one time, I mean, Spain controlled most of the world as we know it. I mean, they conquered a lot of the world. They brought the Christian faith to a lot of parts of the world. So we have to thank Spain for that they brought that. I talked to a Spanish man here. It was interesting in Madrid, and he told me a thing that I didn't know about the Spanish people, that people think of them as conquerors and things like that, but they always took the priests with them. And their main goal was to bring Christianity or Catholicism to the whole world. So when they went to places like the Americas, like South America, or places like that, they would offer the people, to become Catholic, and that's what they did. And they went on those missions. So it was like a, missionary work. And once they became Catholic, they accepted them as basically as equals, as Spanish or as residents. So they weren't slaves. They didn't make the people slaves. They gave them the option to become Catholic, and they became part of the empire, so they could actually be able to become citizens. So that's something that I did not know about the history of Spain. I'm here in front of the Royal Palace, and you can go into the Royal Palace, but we went into the Prado yesterday, El Prado Museo, the Museum El Prado, and from 6 to 8 it's free. Also here 6 to 8 free, but if you're American, if you're Canadian, you can't go in. Only for an EU resident or Latin American. I thought that was pretty strange. So if you're Latin American, if you're from Mexico, if you're from, I don't know, any of these islands, Dominican Republic, if you're from Honduras, El Salvador, you can go in free. But if you're American, Canadian, you have to pay. So up to 16 years old, my son could have went in for 7 euros. I had to pay 13 euros. I almost went in, but they won't let me film inside of the palace. So if I can't film inside of the palace, I can't show you anything. So it wasn't worth it for me to go in today. So I didn't go into the palace, but I thought that was very strange, and actually I think it's a little unfair. I don't know. I guess they think Americans are rich. I'm not sure. But if you're American, you come here, you have to pay 13 euros to enter the palace. If you're Latin American, if you're an EU resident, it's free for you. So something to keep in mind if you come to Madrid.